team ban. Fnatic's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Vengeful spirits.
Radiant team pick.
Welcome back, guys. After a
10
little break,
seconds
we are
remaining.
here with our second semi-final of the day. Fnatic going up against the Mongolz for the ESL
5
One Manila
seconds
Southeast
remaining.
Asian qualifiers. Myself, Gareth, and Blitz
Radiant team pick.
through the lovely best of 3 we've got in store for you today as we get ourselves
Fnatic's
straight on into the
turn
draft
to
and
pick.
find out exactly what these teams are planning on picking up. And already the Mongols, it seems like they've got their game plan, banning out 2 of Chrissy's heroes, Enchantress and Bounty Hunter.
Turn
Don't want to be
ban.
dealing with his roaming around and controlling the lanes. Fnatic do get their hands on mid one's Invoker as well as the Vengeful Spirit, and we've seen mid one numerous times, I feel, over the past couple of weeks. Either lose his lane or get ganked a bunch, go 0-4, and things look pretty poor for him. And then he comes back and goes like 20-4. You know, he just cruises through the rest of the game.
I mean, I think
Reserve time.
players. A lot of people I throw during my time on Liquid. A lot of people I think have a lot. You know, the first line that he had was kind of. I got whomped on by experience. Kind of like team. About.
Radiant team ban.
Nobody really seems to be.
That way, and a lot of teams realise this, and they definitely roam in a lot of heroes onto them. The Mongols, of course, with the Earth Spirit, will potentially be able to do that with that rolling boulder, literally get up on top of mid one's Invoker. Fnatic, you know, they start things off with one of the better kind of saving supports. Vengeful Spirit, with that swap, can both be aggressive and defensive with her positioning and movement. Death Prophet ban there from Fnatic.
5 seconds
Don't want that nasty Spirit Siphon going up against the Invoker. I mean, you were talking about it earlier, practicing 1v1s, and DP is just so ridiculously hard to actually contend with, right?
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Not actually just that. Like it's gonna be.
Turn to pick.
I like that they banned out the. Kind of have options though.
Yeah.
Nature.
Master Nature's Prophet, Tidehunter's still out there if they really want it.
I guess because there's so many melee.
But you want someone with the vision game.
I always, for me personally, like, I always put
Reserve time.
Beastmaster. I think Nature's Prophet.
Thinking about this one. Of course, Spectre is still in the pool as well. That's been
Radiant
kind of
team
Fnatic's
pick.
go-to hero the past, well, since Shanghai, really. Both Mushi and Net have played Spectre pretty religiously over the past couple of weeks. Chen and Vengeful Spirit. I think Beastmaster is a pretty good shout to be on the cards here with the amount of auras and pushing power they've got behind them.
I forgot that he was here. They banned out all of them.
Yeah.
Give it one of his
10
best
seconds
ones.
remaining.
They'll give him the Chen.
Gotta give him some.
5 seconds remaining.
They had to ban planning on taking.
Reserve time.
Their lanes are kind of passive though.
Who, the Mongols?
Yeah, Darkseer's really static. There's a very static carry. Here it is. Kind of the connect around a lot, but kind of like them to have more.
What are you looking for then? Alina, something like that? Queen of Pain for the mid?
Both those heroes kind of luck maybe. Lina or Queen of Pain, those are heroes that a lot of net worth on. Like, great, these heroes kind of won the lane and everybody knows how to play them. Then you die once because you're really squished. You get caught by any stun with or good enough to just burn. Know that really disproportionate how tanky you are versus how Invoker so great and OD. Those two heroes, both tanky, both have like survival spells and they deal out a ton of damage. Dota, I think they're a little bit BS.
Invoker has like 4 or 5 escape mechanisms, you know, Tornado, Ghost Walk, Ice Wall, Forge Spirits, Deafening Blast, just throwing everything around.
HP too. Hard hero to. Why would you ever take a hero like Invoker who has?
Oh, I never really thought about Invoker that way, having 8 ultimates. Like, what isn't an ultimate? EMP and Cold Snap?
Fnatic's turn to pick.
BS ability of Force Spirits in lane. Think about it, you're a lion.
It's a second hero.
What are you gonna do as a lion against Force Spirits that are kill you really quickly?
Cold Snap Forge Spirit just kills a lion, straight up. Fnatic, is it going to be the Beastmaster, the Nature's Prophet? Of course, Furion, be decent against the DS, but it is the Beastmaster with an Inner Beast Aura. Be able to pummel down towers, and of course with the Hawks and Paws, Pyro's Beastmaster should be able to keep vision and keep tags on like, the line and Earth Spirit and where they're roaming around, and trying to give mid 1 an easier time towards the mid lane. Knowledge where the lion is, whether he's stacking and pulling or if he's actually roaming in to gank that mid lane. Fnatic, 5th and final ban. Said safe lane lone druid, off lane Darkseer. It's going to be the mid roll here left for the Mongols. Who's really left? The trouble is they have to pick first. The one roll hero Fanatics, they're not going to be knowing exactly what they'll be trying to handle. Do you still like the puck? You can go around with the other 3 lone druid, just like farm still radiant.
It's hard to. Fnatic safe. Air side B. I don't know how much I like this lion pick.
You can't like 1v1 contend with double boar at all, really. And with the Earth Spirit pick, it's not as though the Mongols can say, screw it, we'll go aggro try. We've seen a couple of people attempt for aggressive tri lane, but it's not really worked out that well for them.
I still kind of like fuck. You pick some. Still not as big of.
And you don't really want to like trade lane, right? You don't want to go Zeus and just allow the Invoker to farm.
5
Getting farm on your own.
remaining.
Wow. Is that mid lane druid then?
Right with that. Really, but I would like something that's a little bit more aggressive.
But before level 5, lone druid's not going to be able to really stop the Invoker. You have to outfarm and outlast it. Probably outdeny as well. Basically having 2 heroes on the field.
10 seconds remaining.
Invoker's only going to really have the Chen rotating in to try and kill off that
5 seconds remaining.
druid. We'll find out. Fnatic, 1 roll hero here for net. Like I was saying, the
Reserve time.
Spectre's kind of been their go-to one,
10
but
seconds remaining.
against Slark, Lone Druid, the prospect to
5
actually play and
seconds
farm up that spec too much, so he goes with the Sven instead. A hero that's much better for ramping up that net worth in the first 20 minutes and really sprinting towards the bigger and better items. Slark and Lone Druid they've got a much slower like acceleration. They build up slowly over time, then they get that one big item after they're kind of after the Midas for Lone Druid goes into Radiant. Slark is like Treads, Aquila, then Blink Shadowblade, and that's when they kind of hit their initial peak. Then just continues peaking and peaking, 4 or 5 times through the first 30 minutes. Every time he picks up a new item. What's to stop the Sven actually? Lion Hex? They don't have too many disables, and once the Sven gets a BKB, he's unstoppable.
10 seconds remaining.
I know why
5
teams fix it, and
seconds
it
remaining.
is good.
But you hate it because it's bad, or you hate it because it's good?
I hate it because
In comparison to others, or just in general?
I did it so hard.
Prepare
The
for
whole thing about the
battle.
hero is, okay, you build really fast. What's happening? Hero just comes like a time period, right, at Shanghai.
We saw it a lot of Dota Pit, I think, both... Right? Oh god, is that Lion in trouble? The ball slows him down, he's gonna be okay. Still got the Earth Spike to throw. We saw it from Empire and VP, where their Svens, initial laning stage, first 10 minutes was like, right, we've got Treads, we've got Helm, we stack Ancients, and they farm Ancients and they buy Yasha, and then they lose like 3 tier 1s, right? And then they've got nowhere else to farm, so it's like, right, I've got Sand and Yasha, but I can't go to BKB, need to get the Blink Dagger. Kind of stall out a little bit too much, even though they are potentially as the farmers. Oh god, they held on to the Sun, but the Sunstrike through. See ya, buddy. Dogs here, body blocked by Net. Sven.
That is
I am first in everything.
Invoker now, 300 gold. Gonna get himself the bounty rune at top. There's no contest there. Some good stuff from Fnatic.
Hey, don't even know what's going on. Like, the game isn't even started, and mid-one's thrown out.
The battle
Strikes
begins.
already.
I
I don't know why, but I really thought the game started. I kicked the lobby, guys, so I'm watching Dirk. And then I just see, like, this guy throwing around Sunstrikes. What's going on?
Like bot, Sunstrike top, mid one. Got another one ready as well if they want to try and find another pick-off, but Dark's here. He's not blocked up his lane. 343 is kind of standing here to control this lane up. There'll be triple iron shells out from Peace Happiness. Then
Let us. I leave.
did one.
Yeah, this is good.
Very fire. Good item. Doesn't have a salve though. Sure where he's heading. Wait,
Deny.
Okay, that makes sense. Come on, Thunder Hide. Kill me. Take my life. Anthem, he bought a TP, right?
Yeah.
Good. All
Better
good.
to just, really better to.
Oh, hang on a second. This is what we were talking about before with the Dark Soul down to the bottom lane. Ohio's the one that gets jumped on though, back by Sunke. The Fairy Fire doesn't keep him alive for long enough, but he's still going to try and take down this Lion. Trouble is, the boar is too far to the back of the team fight. He got caught between 3 heroes there. We're looking at that early Chen creep movement from Fnatic. The way they like to send a Satyr and see this Dark Soul down towards the bottom lane. Got a little bit over aggressive though, did Ohio.
They almost always send it to that off area. You notice that a lot of Beastmasters will simply jungle and not even contest, but he's actually trying to get as much as he can in this lane. Be fairly aggressive.
Oh, he's up to level 2. How's Lone Druid doing at middle lane? 9 and 5, Invoker's 5 and 2, so Retribution, he is Outlast sitting in that denying mid one, but that's really no big surprise. What's the plan here? Do you just try and control both runes as the Radiant? Because Lone Druid won't necessarily go for the rune spots. So do you look for like a bottle on the docks here maybe then?
No, I still feel like Soul Ring's fine. Bottle DS is better if you plan on contesting lane.
Okay.
The HP regen. Like if you're having a good game, getting both.
Oh, Peace Happiness has decided to peace out of top lane. He's not having the double stuns from net. As well as 343 stopping him in his tracks. Try and stack and farm up this camp a little bit more, I think. While down at bottom, Lion is still keeping the safe lane pretty under control. Sanka just continues beasting through the last hits. Well, R70 did make one roam to mid. This is what we saw a lot from teams at Shanghai, right? Just control up the bot lane. Liquid especially, it was quite prevalent for them because we used to see the Jurex's Tusk roam a hell of a lot from level 1. Try and ice shard middle lane and try and gank towards his mid's opponent. But then we saw him really try and stack and pull, get to level 2, and zone out the offlaner.
The most important concept right now in Dota: secure your safe lane. Then you can move around. If you just let the Beastmaster assault, get the early tempo advantage against the Slark, it's really hard to cover that position. It actually is, because then BM just goes in jungles. But mid gank attempt, yeah, this Earth Spirit has been a nightmare. Fnatic, that bottom counter gank when they looked like they were gonna kill the Lion, he breaks the smoke right there as well. Gank mid should not work as he was spotted, and yeah, he's been doing such a good so far.
They're going to have this level 3 Spirit Bear as well soon. Retribution. Bring out the new bear. Now you've got the Entangling Claws, so mid one.
Gaming.
Yeah, mid one with no point in wax. You know, you're not going to have the Ghost Walk, no invisibility. Now do you try and maybe look to utilize Ice Wall or something to slow down the bear? But now with 343 and DJ, they're just going to farm through this offlane camp. Can't really go in behind the tier 1 just yet onto the Darkseer, but they're definitely thinking about it. They're gonna go in right now, actually, with the Mod Golem starting things off. There's the first stun, with Net throwing a Stormhammer as well, and the double Shard Golem Sunstrike. It is just about gonna be on the money. The TP in from R70 sends it back onto DJ to roll forward, and Earth Spirit brings down the counter kill. Well, at least the Mongols get something out of that, and once more, it's R70's Earth Spirit that's causing a little bit of pain here for Fnatic.
Yeah, they're not expecting him to be this aggressive when it comes to movement, and he's created a lot of space for his team. Things are still okay, I think, for both sides, actually. This is fairly even. The Earth Spirit's just going to be really happy because he's been able to do so much with his roaming potential out.
Well, I love these new little, this new little feature, but it's a good sentry ward there, out from the Lion, blocking up this camp. Ohio, it's been a while since I've seen Ancient stack to the Beastmaster, mainly because like Wild Axes haven't been a priority spell to level up.
Sure, the Sven.
Oh, you're right. Point. I looked at you and you just got that grin on your face, and I'm an idiot, aren't I? I've forgotten something, and you're just like, it's the Sven, of course.
I gotta punish you. You're the new Toby.
No!
Get
No! Please, no! Of course it's for the Sven. Ohio still has the Iron Talon for the large counter farm himself
you know
through,
the shame you feel right now?
Oh, my face is going red! Bullets!
You gotta remember this, the next time. You gotta think it out, man.
Oh, roll not on the mark, but the line comes in still, and then a tangle from the Lone Druid. A savage roar, not sure what that was for, but the Fairy Fire mid one back, and they've got this 4-man rotation into middle lane. Fnatic, this is what I was saying! Like, mid one gets ganked by like 5 freaking heroes in the early stages of the laning phase.
I like it though. Be there before DJ is. They're preempting right now, a lot. It's really good play.
Radiant's top tower
Mongolz is a lot better than I thought they'd be. I thought the weird thing is Fnatic are the kings of C, like unquestioned. Even when they weren't doing the best internationally, they were always the kings of C. That was the thing I remember about them. Whatever tournament they went to, like for example the majors, the other C team would do better than them. They would be like the C qualifier winners, or they'd be the direct invite.
Radiant's top tower
So when it comes to other C teams, I feel like they've got this aura, you know, kind of about them.
And then MVP's the reverse. They do much
MVP
better.
sucks at C.
They do much better internationally, but once they go back to C, it's like, we kind of forgot.
Everyone knows they're like, we got it. We can read them up. It's odd though. I don't know what it is, because I remember thinking that Fnatic won the qualifiers, and then they went with MVP, and then MVP ended up getting top 6. I think, because remember they beat Newbie and then they lost to Vici, and that was surprising for a lot of people. But I don't know. Things have been working out pretty well for Fnatic so far. So for any team to go head-to-head with them, C region or otherwise, is pretty impressive.
We did see the other day that Fnatic, not as reliant on laning phase as some other teams though, their mid-game decision-making and kind of knowledge of where to head themselves through, as well as the fact that Invoker, you know, definitely more of a mid-game hero once he's got past his Midas.
They're gonna be able to kill this line. They need to. They need some kind of tempo created.
Should be relatively simple as well. Sunstrike through on with the damage, and Sanka, this Slark, has actually walked himself in.
He's fine.
Dark Pact, he wants to kill off the Chen, and he's actually tried to time this relatively well. Kick across, and DJ's dead for all 3-4-3. Eventual Spirit is going to get a double kill actually as Slark picks up a number. Fnatic didn't have that Beastmaster with them, and he's not even level 6 yet.
We're just getting kind of outmaneuvered on the map, honestly. It's really cool to see. Everything that Fnatic wants to do, Mongolz is one step ahead. And a lot of it comes down to this Earth Spirit's positioning. I think so far he's been the MVP for this team. Maybe they should have respected it. There aren't a lot of teams that you want to give up Earth Spirit against. You've got an Earth Spirit player, it's really dangerous. And now Slark, I like him inherently more as a core than I do Sen. I think they match up pretty well too. In the early game, the Sen might have the slight edge just because of how much armor he has, but later on, the Slark has so much more mobility. Look at Fnatic's heroes. If they don't have early tempo, what can they do against this hero? Got Avenge, very easy to dodge stun. Same with Beastmaster, you can always just keep Dark Pacting whenever he gets near. There's a lot of ways to work around this, and now that he's got the Midas, what they really need to do is control this Ancient stack. Control the Ancient stack, they'd be in a much better position.
Oh, Slug finds a kill. Oh, Midas.
This guy's getting too big.
There's double Midas here onto the Mongolz as well. Lone Druid's got his. Also got a little bit of gold saved up. But he's been unganked and untouched at the mid lane. Earth Spirit's done a good job at really deterring the Chen from actually moving in here. And the fact that smoking in onto this mid lane's not the easiest thing to do. So DJ still on his Chen, level 5. Got 3 creeps. I think it's time to start looking for the tier 1 at top lane just to try and get yourself that nice little boost of gold, allow Net to go back through the jungle, farm up, and then take down the Ancients as well. What's the contest here from the Mongolz? Doesn't look like they're going to be teeping in or doing anything like that, but oh, Earth Spirit's rushing into the Veil. Helmvine will, Null Talisman. He's forgetting about Arcanes or Treads, just going straight into that Veil of Discord.
I like him going for the Veil, but I kind of feel like you should still get the Arcanes at least.
Especially when Lion doesn't have too much to his name.
It does help his team a lot though. They need more team fight, that's the one thing that they do lack. And they're putting a lot into the Earth Spirit, which I wholeheartedly agree with.
He's hit that level 6 timing pretty early on the Roar. Yeah, this will find the Lion. Easy takedown.
It's the only hero they're finding on the map.
Actually, let's take a quick look at that. I've killed the Darkseer a couple of times, but yeah, Darkseer and Lion are the only ones that are really dying here. It's the tier 1 group up and push though. 5-man here from Fnatic as they got all the Chen creeps they want. Tier 1 top, down into mid. And is this a sweep through the jungle as well to take control? Because, oh my god, look at all these sentries from the Radiant. Like de-warding, making sure they can see like the Hawks and everything like that. Tower mid gets destroyed and Fnatic don't go through the jungle. Maybe thinking it's a little bit risky to walk up onto these high ground ledges.
They might even set up a Roche soon after the Ancient stack. The one thing I really like about Fnatic's lineup is they have so many summons that it's easy for them to contest. And getting tower pushes is really easy. Like that mid-tier 1 tower is notoriously hard to kill. But because they don't have any wave clear and they've got no instant jump initiation, Fnatic aren't afraid. And part of the issue is instant jump initiation, the way that you should be thinking about it, or teams should be thinking about it in general, is doesn't give the enemy team any time to set up the fight. But you're playing against heroes that like slowly move in on you on the side of Mongolz. So Fnatic, they have time to space out. They can get most of their abilities off. They could get a swap, a penalty. Like there's options here for them.
That's what they're looking to do now. Get the Venge level 6 as quickly as you can. Chen has just hit his, so the Hand of God is available. While Net, oh, he's going to clear through the Ancient stack up to close to 7,000 net worth. Now from that one. And he's going straight into the Yasha. Yeah, looks like he's going to go for kind of steadier build up, a more farm oriented build anyway. Sanjin Yasha, then back into Blink and BKB. But mid one, this is something that I haven't seen too often from him. Usually he goes for kind of the more flashy build where it's Midas, Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger, then into the Aghanim Scepter. But this is a lot more steady, and maybe this is definitely a sign of respect from mid 1 to the Mongols, going for the drums, just tanking up a little bit more, going for the stats.
Because timing is just off. More than anything. Like less respect and more in-game adjustment. They need teamfight items right now.
Okay.
Because they want to push the pace of the game, because they know that Mongols don't have any teamfight. Like Fnatic originally, their lineup was meant to just push out fast. You've got things like Force Spears that enable you to do this. Nothing from Mongol suggests that they can really fight. And yeah, the mass summons. For the Roshan, you've got the Beastmaster auto too. Do this quite quickly. This is kind of Mongol's time to farm out everything. And they need to, because the upcoming 2 teamfights is going to be really hard. You can just go for all of the outer tier 2 towers, your Fnatic, and kind of destroy all the lead that Mongols have built up on their 2 cores.
So the Mongols just try and outfarm in the enemy jungle? Do they go for the trade of tier 1 top, or are they worried that Fnatic TP and defend?
I think you go for that tower, or because you want them to TP and defend. Fnatic have really static heroes. You want them to TP and defend.
Lone Druid seems very focused on getting that relic up and running. 3,200 gold, Midas. Pulled out. On Retribution. Use your Midas. Show us what you've got. But you're exactly right, Blitz. This double Hellbear, double Centaur, double Forge Spirits, double bloody everything. As Net with the Alacrity up on him. Oh, 370 damage. Old Strength's going to wear out in a couple of seconds time, and they will retreat back a tiny amount. No, they're just going to continue going. There we go, Fnatic. Going to push it too far, just reset a little bit. Like you said, make sure you can spread out for the Mongols' advance. They do have an angry horde of heroes here that can definitely roll themselves through. Look for those small initiations, but without a glyph available here for the Mongols, their racks are actually being pressured 14 minutes into this game, and Net is just waiting for his moment to strike. So waiting a little bit maybe for that God Strength to pop back up, but mid 1 with the Aegis of the Immortal, on the high ground, pretty much with impunity, just standing there and wailing away at this barracks.
This is so funny. Mongols played this early game laning phase really well, but part of the issue is that you picked both Lone Druid and Slark, and Darkseer doesn't do anything without a lot of farm. Now they're stuck in a position where they can't really do too much.
They've jumped into 3-4-3, the vacuum back, will catch Net, but the roar is down to Darkseer now, the snowball dropping Slanker, the Slark, he's trying to pick his target, but DJ's just going to run himself back with the hand of God. Net is dropped, and they've killed off one, but mid 1 still battling through it all, and this Lone Druid, he just needs another entangling route, but they've defended their high ground. Ohio, he's deeping away, they won't have the stun or the damage to actually control him up, but on the back again, mid 1, he wants to kill the Lion, and with that Sunstrike he will. He's still holding on to Aegis of the Immortal. Oh, Mongols, they did a really great job at choosing their targets, prioritizing anyone but the Invoker.
No, they took that fight really well. I'm surprised that they were able to. You can't just let the racks get taken. Is a pretty big point, and them being able to take out Net early on into the fight was pretty significant too. Now you've got the Lone Druid who lead frogs over him. They still don't have team fight, but what they do have is a lot of network. And their Slark played that really well. He was completely fearless in that fight. Now Fnatic have missed their timing window by a bit because they did not want this Lone Druid to get his Radiance. It's a huge power spike.
What do you think of the roar onto the docks here after Vac had been used? Was it just to stop the wall?
Yeah, I think it was to stop the combo, but I almost feel like he was the wrong target to use it on.
It kind of felt like that in the flow of the fight, but then again I don't know who you would throw it on anyway. Slark, Dark packs it off. Lone Druid, tanky as all hell, and he relies on the Spirit Bear anyway to do most of the damage. It was tough, I think, for Ohio. It's one of those like spur of the moment things where it's like, I've got to use Raw before I die. I can see the Darkseer, I'll just pop it.
Yeah.
Well gotten.
Well, still, Ohio making pretty good strides towards the Necro Book. Has the Radiance done for Lone Druid. Fusion with the 16.5-minute Midas Raddy. Oh man, that's going to be difficult to handle, especially when Sven is so heavily reliant on his right-click attacks, that miss percentage chance. Going for BKB after SNY is a little bit awkward. You'd like to get the Blink Dagger before BKB, but I don't know, he might just have to go straight into the Black King bar.
They're going for it again because they know they have to push tempo. This is not a game that they can afford to be passive, because we talked about the issues with Sven as a core, right? Is you'll have all this prodigious net worth, and a lot of times it just won't mean to anything.
I know the glyph is down for another 2 minutes as well, so this is prime time. If
I don't
any.
know if you can eschew the Blink Dagger BKB this game. I don't feel like you need to blink.
Yeah, I was saying it's a little bit awkward for him his actual item progression, deciding which way to go. But Catapult's stolen out there, and Smoke will pop, but that Sentry Wall is going to scout out the Observer already, and then they go. No glyph, Necro book through. And that should clear through this Rax without too many difficulties. Lion wants to get in there with a Hex, and the Lone Druid's Radiance will try and force this push away. Spam out as many spells as they can to kill off the creeps and the Necro units, but four little Lions being chased by the Warrior and the Archer. Fnatic just take the melee Rax and they bail back, knowing that that's now something Mongolz have to deal with. That's something they have to address in this game plan. They can't just go around willy-nilly deciding, right, we'll smoke here, look for the kill, use our net worth effectively with these items and keep Lone Druid pushing out. They have to really make sure that this bottom lane is continually shoved close to, if not past, the river. This tier 1 bottom lane, is that something that the Mongols look for next?
Yeah, I think that tower doesn't give you anything anymore. I think they just have to be ready for the fight. Like, if they had everybody prepared and they had the Lone Druid in position to high ground, then that was a fight that I can reasonably see them take. But they were in such a weird spot. Like, nobody was really ready for it. Then Fnatic just kind of walked up there uncontested. It was odd. Like, Mongols knew they were coming in. I feel like that was a Rax that they could have fought. In the context of things, I don't think it matters too much. One set of Rax for them is bad, but it's not game breaking because their two cores have their power spike. Like, this Radiance on the Lone Druid makes him so much stronger as a hero, and you've got the Blink Dagger, and you've got a side item on the Slark as well. So you've got gap closing now too. Now the Lone Druid gets even better. You've got armor for his team.
And the lifesteal for both his Spirit Bear and the Slark. And we're still looking at Necro 3 for mid 1 nearly completed up, while the Beastmaster, he's close to his Necro 1. But he's also got a Vlad for his team.
They're trying to shove in, like, I don't think this lineup's going all in, or going late game for Fnatic. This is heavy commitment.
Well, both itemization and movement across the map. What does DJ got? Arcane's mech. So that's pretty standard for him, nothing out of the ordinary there. But yeah, we're not looking at the blink or the boot to travel, no Aghanim Scepter for mid 1. It's definitely indicative of him wanting to push in, and with two outer towers remaining, there's still the tier 2 at middle lane. Fnatic still have a little bit of land grab to take, while Mongols don't know if they're setting up here for something, but they're all waiting over towards their secret shop, and Sanka, the Slark, he's got his Blink Dagger, he's hunting for the Chen or the Vengeful Spirit in the background, he's found DJ, Rizzi's jumped him with the Bolt Smash across the finger of death, catches him, back to the wall, but the Raw now down to the Dark Tier again, targeting, he's happy, knows, but he's already spent out all of his spell, with net dropping so low within the wall, it's Mongols that are clearing through all of Fnatic here, chasing now back on 3-4-3, mid 1 doesn't have HP Immortal, and 3-4-3's Vengeful Spirit, he's just screwed under this damage output of the Mongols. Fnatic lose so much there. At the very least, they'll take the range racks at bot with the help of these creeps. But they lost that fight straight up. There was nothing they could do.
Fnatic is in a really bad spot now too. The lineup doesn't scale because of the item builds that they've gone for. They went for the Vlads on the Beastmaster instead of something DPS heavy or friendly. I think this game, if they hadn't lost the bottom racks, I would have said this game is over.
And Mongols win.
Yeah, the Mongols just win. They have the lineup for it. If both teams play equally here, full strength, I think Mongols wins this. Just because of the fact that Fnatic, they went for this heavy early game commitment. Defends net worth. It's really deceptive because you think that the hero is going to put out 10k net worth full of damage. We haven't seen that yet because it just doesn't. The first BKB timing is going to be huge. That's Fnatic's like only hope.
That's like their window to try and end the game, and if that fails,
then you're in a really weird spot because Slark doesn't have any natural counters on Fnatic. You don't have the Invoker going for Ags, or it's not going for Hex or Octarine or anything like that. There's no Necro 3 on the Beastmaster to burn the Slark's mana. There's too many things that have gone wrong for them. Slark's got the SNY now. Lone Druid, who already has the Radiance Vlads, get something soon again. Well ahead of the pack in net worth.
And that's the second fight in a row where Ohio's roared back onto the docks here after Vacuum and Vault has been used. Or after Vacuum's been used.
I guess he just doesn't really feel like there's anybody else that's a priority, which I kind of agree with, but at the same time, like, the Dark Seer kind of seems...
Can you not hold the Raw, wait for the first Dark Pact from the Slark and try and Raw him then?
It's hard, because if he times it right...
Oh. And then it's a worthless ability pop.
Yeah.
Or it's a big ability pop
really
for no
chancy.
value.
Because it's one of your main teamfight spells, aside from the Invoker.
Hmm.
Cast everything, of course, so. But Beastmaster can just... If you waste the Roar, they actually have no way to kill the Slark. Okay, so this next Roshan is big for them. They've got the BKB on their stun too. I almost feel like Mongol should contest this.
They have to address this bottom lane again. It's being pushed in so hard.
That's
the
why-
Slark TP's away.
That's the one upside right now for Fnatic, is that they always have to deal with this bottom lane. So the map will be opened up for Fnatic. That's the benefit of taking the Rax at such an early time. The upside for Mongols is, though, they still don't care about all of these things. Like, the Aegis just makes it so that Fnatic thinks they can go high ground. And if they fail one more time at it, then they might be too far behind. This is kind of their shot.
R70's picked up an Aether Lens now on this Earth Spirit. He's reasonably well farmed. 6k net worth, closing in on that Darkseer, closing in on even Ohio's Beastmaster. Oh, the Lion, not so great. Blink Dagger is like a pipe dream for him. 2,000 net worth. Gonna have to deal with the Magic Wand and the Tranquil Boots for now. I guess they don't necessarily need the instant blink Hex onto anyone. Like, it would be pretty good against the Sven now he's got his BKB. Still got ways to maybe try and dance around net and focus down mid one. He's gone for full exort, only 1 point in the Wex, and again, like you're saying, there's no Aghanim Scepter. Level 3 in the Invoke, he's not going to have these chaining of abilities, which we really come to expect from Invoker 23 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Weird spot. Figure out what Fnatic can do. Obviously with Aegis, attempt to go for the high ground, especially with this heavy commitment into the Necro Books by them too. Necro Books are not late game items. You've got an AC coming out on this Lone Druid. Once that happens, the team fight, you don't even need team fight. You're just gonna run over them with items. I've never seen Fnatic in a position like this in a C game. What is it? Didn't you tell me they haven't lost a series since...
I don't think they've lost they haven't lost a series since Shanghai. Yeah. They've dropped one game in a series against MVP, I believe, where they beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
But apart from that, they've just been
2-0, 3-0s.
Yeah. There's been a lot of best of ones, to be fair. So that does come into play. But there's
Still,
a Sven.
anything, you figured, like, if they would get figured out, it would be in the best of one, right?
Yeah.
Team's best shots.
Sven has got his Blink Dagger now on top of the BKB, so they've got that initiation tool, but again, it's choosing the target to jump onto. You try and find the Lion and pick him off so there's no stun and hex. You look for the Lone Druid in the back and try and kill him so the Spirit Bear's gone.
It always sucks when you're the team that's on the clock, too. Fnatic know that they're the team on the clock. They've got this Aegis. They're gonna start 5-manning for things.
They take the tier 2 mid, and now they're looking for one up at top lane. Mid one. Has he gone back for anything? He's got the Boots of Travel, Necro 3. Oh, there's the Assault Cuirass. I mean, you said it was coming, but that's pretty speedy from the Lone Druid. 25 minutes. So much armor on this bear. 26 armor, 2700 HP. Honestly, it's going to take like a Roar and a God Strength just to kill it off if they want to try and target it. And obviously that's not something they aim or plan to do, so the Spirit Bear is going to have pretty much free reign in any of these team fights. Mongolz, are they prepping to defend tier 2? Looks like they are. I mean, high ground defense is obviously going to be the safer place to go, but if they can defend this tier 2 and just really put a stem on this Fnatic push in, it's more of a detriment to Fnatic's morale than anything.
Fnatic, I think Mongols might not even give that one up. They can help it, because they don't want to risk it in case Fnatic somehow get a sick fight off. They lose more than just their tier 2. They lose their tier 3.
And also you're buying time for this Aegis. Actually expire 1 minute 20 seconds.
If Fnatic want to go with this though, they really don't want to stop if they can help it.
Just look at the Slark, he jumps into the middle of all the Forge Spirits and Necro Books without a care in the world. Spirit Bear, Savage Roar. Tier 2, it's dropping slowly but surely. But this defense, even with limited wave clear, the Mongols, they've held this out for a hell of a long time, and all of this time is wasted. So there's only 1 minute left on the Aegis the Immortal, and now Net, always been ensnared up. The Aegis probably going to get popped here, but it's a blink in the Roar now. It's the Dark Spinner, got him before he gets the wall and back him up, and Net comes forward. He's got the 2 left stuff, but he's entangled up again. The Spirit Bear traps him through, and R70 gets Gilsman down, but mid one in the back end, Sanke, he's got to pop his death. He's got to pop that invis, vacuum all back in, and mid one with DJ. They're both being caught and chased back. They've killed off the Invoker, and now they're going to look for Ohio in the back as well. He's just being shredded by the Slug, but before his TP, It looks like he might have died.
He's dead.
Sven has died.
He just tried it by the bear. Like,
He died twice there. Aegis was
Mongolz
still
is
up.
doing well. They knew they had to defend that tier 2 because that's the game ender. That's the one that makes Fnatic go, oh crap, we can't even take this tier 2 anymore. We've missed our timing window really bad. That was the second Roshan of the game, and they only took one set of racks with a pushing lineup. Mongolz are completely carefree because that's just more gold that you donated to the Lone Druid cause. And this Lone Druid is almost overfarmed at this point. And he is well ahead of schedule when it comes to items.
It's where you just go into Twitch chat and you /shrug and you go, we tried! Vengeful Spirit! Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Lone Druid shouldn't be putting out this much damage this early in.
I mean,
that's scary.
He's got another, like, he just finished AC, right? And he's got another 2k gold to spend. Dear lord.
He's gonna rack up for this one too, and Mongolz they're just, they know the position that they're in. They've won like 2-3 fights in a row. This Slark is cleaning up everything.
We'll get the 3 of them back. Lost the Dark Troll, unfortunately.
Having a mobile core in a position where you're leading is...
Well, you've got 3 heroes that haven't died yet on Mongolz. Earth Spirit is 5-0-10.
He's been the biggest component for them. He built them this early lead, which pigeonholed Fnatic. By himself, he was able to just make rotations. He was always there in the right spots. Props to this guy.
DJ Pipe. Interesting that Retribution goes back for a Maelstrom on his Lone Druid.
That's DPS item, man.
No Basher to go through the BKB of Sven?
Okay, but it's way from clear too.
That's true. I guess they do need to deal with this bottom lane still, with the racks fallen. And the plan going forward for Fnatic with no Aegis. It's still difficult to push high ground. They might try and plan to sort of shove bot lane and wrap in on mid, something along those lines, while also, of course, pushing out both mid and top. But there's a Mystic Staff up now onto mid one, and is that going to be the Hex that you were looking for?
I don't think he needs it. They just don't have enough control on their team.
I'm still going in for top.
I mean, Mongolz are just like, okay, we'll wait for something, dudes.
You come to us, we'll show you what we've got. Net. Defensive blink away from Spirit combination.
Took them too long to kill the Darkseer too in that original fight.
Yeah, it was a good quick roar from Ohio, but damage output just wasn't there. And again, it kind of comes down to Invoker not having the Agnum Scepter, because he can do Forge Spirit, Alacrity, Cold Snap, Ice Wall, a combination of kind of 3 of those spells. But once he gets to that point, he's got to start waiting for that cooldown on Invoke to actually continue pumping them through. The difference between 5 seconds and 2 seconds is pretty big.
Feels like a lifetime game.
Definitely. Especially when there are like set combinations where you want to, EMP Tornado, there's a specific timing between those two. Ice Wall Meteor with a Cold Snap. And get a little bit difficult for you. The Fnatic, do they want to continue trying to speed things up, or can they slow things down and maybe look to re-itemize and rejig their draft?
They probably just have to wait for the next Roshan, then call it, like, all in. You can't stop at this point. You're not going to go for the mid-game push 3 times in a row and say, oh, well, I guess that didn't work, it's time to go late game. Because they just don't have the heroes for it. Everyone knows what happens to Sven as a hero. Look at how much net worth he has. It didn't matter, he got rooted once, then couldn't kill a lion.
I killed off the Slark at bot.
Slark. I don't even know how that happened without...
Oh, they got the roar after Dog Pact, I guess, there. I mean, there's no blink on Beastmaster, but the roll in, R17 wants to try and pop the ultimate down onto them with vacuum into the wall. Ohio is the only one caught. Beastmaster will probably just give up his life here. That's multiple ultimates just used for the one hero. Mid one. Is he going to try and turn this and fight? The Ghost Walk is there, and he's got no reveal over on the bear.
Just one root, man. What he's asking for.
Earth Spirit did get dropped, though, by the Necro units from Ohio, so they got something out of it.
Did they get the gem back, though? I remember it was on the Beastmaster originally.
It was on the Beastmaster. I think a Lion took it. Lion's got it.
That's pretty huge.
And take a look, Roshan with Aegis and Cheese. It's alive. He's back. I didn't force the buyback from the Slark, though, which maybe is something they were looking for.
Their new timing, Aegis Cheese.
There's been some really good dewarding from this Lion, though. Like, early on, first 7 or 8 minutes, he caught the
Yeah.
Fnatic ward here and dewarded. And now he's catching the lane wards up on the top lane as well. It's like a net that wants this one again. Aegis and cheese, mid one. Yeah, picks up the cheese. He's also close to the Hex. 300 gold off it. Don't know if he plans to buy out for it though.
Surprised that they couldn't get the Invoker there in that chase as well. They had the gem on the line. They had to do it together though. Game is kind of dangerous again because of the Slark pickup. It means that the Invoker leapfrogged over him in net worth. And it helped out the Beastmaster a lot too, being a part of that kill.
He got his blink off it.
Yeah.
So now they've got Blink Raw, they've got Hex on the Invoker. Doesn't have his Blink or anything like that though. A little bit of a wonky build for them, but of course there's the kind of age-old combo that we used to see from a lot of CIS teams, the swap into Hex. The 3-4-3 and mid one can pair up nicely with that. They can actually drag that Slark out of his comfort zone, out of safety, with the usage of the Hawk giving vision. Because 3-4-3 would love to have level 11 at this point. The level 2 swap could be huge for him.
They're gathered up. Slark, they want to defend this if they can. They know they've got the gem as well. Hype on their Chen.
And a Bracer. Damn.
Bracer. AC completed by the Sun now too to counter out. It's good. We needed that really badly.
Nobody apart from Slark has buyback in this game. Does Darkseer have his? Ah, he does. He comes off cooldown now. When did he buy back? Was that the top fight?
Yeah. That engagement. Because he got bursted, remember?
Ah, yeah.
Or didn't quite kill him, but he got so low, then they just right-clicked him, then he bought back and went for the counter-initiate. Heroes that need buyback here, though, are the Lone Druid when he's got Bear available, and the Slark. Those are the key heroes.
Slark, oh, he saw them. Jump forward, jump back. That's gold strength used by Net with a vacuum down now. There's the bold smash from 3-4-3, but the BKB from Net is going to try to focus down the Spirit Bear. Take it down the first time, and now the Roar into Retribution. He doesn't have buyback available. This might be a big kill for them. He cannot return to the game of Fnatic. The wall, then he's going to try and bypass this with Net, popping the wall cry. No, he's got nothing to cleave onto. He clears up the creep wave. And then
like this.
And then walks through the wall because he wanted to create, you know, a nice little brother. Sanka jumps forward back onto mid one. They've got the stun and the silence. That's the combination. Finger of death to the top. 3-4-3. Saves up mid one and the send back. He pops his keys, but he's back into the fountain. DJ vacuum back again from Peace Happiness. But Sanka is out of mana. He's out of life. The Sunstrike's not even needed. A buyback from the Slark will get him into the fight again, but it's Fnatic that's running rampant over the Mongolz. Genghis Khan would not be proud of the movements here that's happened today. It is Sanke. He's jumped forward into Ohio, but he can't find a pickoff. Net, the stun. Oh, they've got him. The dieback from Slark, and Fnatic might just have secured this game, Blitz.
I think you won.
Holy shit, what have we just witnessed?
I have no idea what's going on right now. This Lone Druid just died. I don't know. I guess that's game. It's really disappointing. Mongolz are gonna feel pretty bad about this one. They had a lot of different ways to win. They had tons of farm. The Lone Druid kind of just died in front of their base. Then Fnatic, one fight, and this happens.
So the first draw of the game that goes on to someone not the Darkseer, and Fnatic win the fight. 17-17, 36 minutes in, even with a Savage Roar back, the stun onto Ohio. The Mongols, they are still trying to defend, but Fnatic have just megaed them. Vacuum, nah, it's not going to do anything. Tornado sends him up into the air, skyrocketing.
Streak stays alive.
For now it does. And Fnatic look like they are going to take game number one, and there we go, Retribution taps out. GG is called. Fnatic, they were on the ropes though, Blitz.
Eagles won like 4 fights in a row. I really don't think they should have sacrificed that bottom. They had Radiance on their Lone Druid, and they had like Veil on. I don't know. Let's just go to game 2.
Yeah, we'll take a short break. We'll come back with game number 2 here of this best of 3 ESL One Manila Southeast Asian qualifiers. See you in a little bit. That game has confused us.